Here she is. Willamette, Colorado. Population 53,594. Distinguishing characteristics, jack shit. About the only thing to do in this town is kill time at the shopping mall.
What are you thinking? Get off!
Oh, wait, baby! I'm saving you, baby! Wait for me, sweetie!
What in the world?
Dead Rising was, for a time, the game that every 360 owner wanted to get their hands on. As one of the first next-gen games to feature large crowds of NPCs, it left gamers salivating at the thought of massacring hordes of zombies using every conceivable weapon at their disposal. The game was a massive hit upon its release, but was met with a lot of backlash regarding its archaic and oftentimes punishing save system that prevented players from retrying certain missions. Constant harassment from NPCs via a mobile phone that would continually ring and cause players to miss or fail missions if left unanswered. And conversely, answering the phone, in spite of being the correct way to play the game, was often punished by slowing the player's movement whilst in use and rendering the player temporarily defenceless. Also, its refusal to support standard definition gaming, with the text that was too small to be legible on anything other than a HD set, only worsened matters for a lot of fans. In Dead Rising, you play as Frank West, a wisecracking reporter who stumbles upon a zombie outbreak at the Willamette Mall. Frank can earn experience through killing the undead masses themselves, as well as through completing missions and taking photos of the zombies. The photos will fit into a variety of categories, ranging from funny to gruesome. The experience, or PP, is persistent through subsequent plays, meaning that the more you play, the stronger your character becomes. Experience unlocks range from additional item slots, speed, strength, and so on. Also a wide range of new attacks, but the rewards don't just end there. Upon completion, the player is rewarded with items and new modes. Complete the game with the best endings, and you'll soon find yourself dressed as Keiji Inafune's Mega Man, ploughing your way through the game with a massively powerful Mega Buster. And if you're good enough, Zero's laser sword is in there as well. Speaking of Mega Man, there are a lot of nods to Capcom's classic series as well, including outfits, the aforementioned unlockables, and an awesome fake poster for a Mega Man movie, which you'll look at and just wish was real. Along the way, Frank will have the opportunity to rescue countless civilians. Failing to do so will have them join the ranks of the undead. It's a nice touch, and the NPCs are actually all named characters, and the game will inform you of when they are killed or infected. A nice touch again that adds a sense of responsibility and conscience to the game. Worth noting is that in the 4 or 5 completions I played through, it seems unlikely that you'd be able to rescue every single innocent, sometimes having to choose between parties which, depending on the player's health, can often result simply in ignoring the call or saving the closer innocent to avoid risking the player's death. You'll also find books that positively affect your stats. These can be found in bookshops scattered throughout the mall, but the number you carry is dependent on how many slots you have. All of this ensures that when you're struggling to find the game's limited guns and ammunition, you can still suplex, clothesline, throw, and crowd surf your way through the menacing hordes. At night, the zombies enter a hyper mode, which makes them faster and more deadly to the player, so it's best to try and accomplish what needs to be done before it's dark and load yourself up for the after-hours carnage. The game features an array of interesting and challenging bosses, none of which are zombies, strangely enough, but the human enemies offer a nice change of pace and a solid challenge as individuals, instead of just creating difficulty through numbers. Dead Rising's open-ended world and contrasting strict and linear story-driven progression makes for a bizarre juxtaposition that can be off-putting, especially when you consider the generally jumbled nature of its narrative. But when you have every conceivable item in the world, the game's world, at your disposal to create destruction, all can be forgiven. Besides, you can suit Frank in an assortment of clothes, so even the most macho of men can fulfill his inner Barbie dress-up desires. All in all, this is one of the best games on offer in the current generation of consoles, and whilst initially it might not be the most welcoming experience due to its rather peculiar approach to game design, those who stick with it will find an immensely fun title that is in equal parts challenging and rewarding.
Dan W. 5, 4, 7.